You know what they say about Hoboken, right? Y'all got the bitches. You feel me?
My brother can't do anything, man. Nice, stretchy. My brother put me in a chokehold one day, nigga. I act like I passed up. I'm in a motherfucking thinking. Now you gonna get your ass sweet, nigga.
Heard it here first. Ooh, this feels good. We haven't done this in a little while. It's been about 4 to 5 months before we got on the ones and twos and we talked a little shit. It's good to be back. Episode 1. You're now tuned into the morning spread with beloved himself, my guy Reek 4L, Reek the CEO himself.
The mayor.
The mayor of Hoboken. Get that man love real quick. He knew to this
good,
shit here.
Man, what's good?
Man, he knew to this shit. We got the always cool, always fly bones in the building. He goes by he, him, any other pronouns you can think of.
Big money.
Big money vibes. This is the morning spray, yo. So listen, we come in here, we're gonna talk a little bit of life, we're gonna talk a little drama and everything in between, you know. We're gonna open the floor up and we just gonna give everybody a chance to talk their ones and twos for a few minutes while we drop that good Future in the background.
Good vibes, good music.
So like, my boy, so for those that don't know, you from Hoboken. Have you always been from Hoboken?
Yep, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Andrew Jackson Gardens, you know, the projects, man. Grew up there my whole life. 25 years lived down there. So that's the stomping grounds, man. That's where everything began for me.
You know what they say about Hoboken, right? Y'all got the bitches. You feel me? They know that.
But they used to say when we were growing up, Hoboken where the hoes get broke.
That was the motto. That was the motto.
That was the thing. Every city had a fucking go-to.
Yeah, that's a fact. Why do you feel like Hoboken stays young? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like the vibe never gets old. It's always like the same age bracket from like, I would say 21 to like 26. It's always that same crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers that work in the city, bro. Motherfuckers that work in the city end up living over here, easy travel on a train, or the dudes that go to college at Stevens end up loving the vibes, bars, everything around. They stick around for a little minute and start owning properties and all that around here. So I think it's always just a cycle, bro. That should just reset every time.
What's your biggest difference between like Hoboken and Jersey City though, to you?
It's really, low key, it's a similar vibe, bro, depending on where you at. You know, Jersey City is so much bigger than Hoboken.
That's a fact. You go downtown.
It's a square mile. I can walk around Hoboken, know every single person. Jersey City, you
give you their own vibes, right?
Yeah,
like
Jersey City, you gonna meet somebody new every fucking time, everywhere you go. So I think that's the big difference. Like, there's just a lot more to see around here and more people to meet and connect with and just build with that.
So we got himself in the building, Bones, formerly from Brooklyn. We out here in Jersey. What's the biggest difference from Jersey and Brooklyn? I know you was in Brooklyn younger, but like, if you had to summarize it to somebody that didn't know, or that your perspective of it.
Well, honestly, I mean, when I was in Brooklyn, nigga, I was in the trenches. So it wasn't even no like outside life for me. Feel me? Like I didn't have as much freedom as I have now. I mean, obviously I'm an adult now, but like as soon as I moved out here, I got freedom.
Right.
Feel me? Like, nigga, I lived in the Star before it gentrified with all the brownstones and all of that shit.
We just talked about that shit too.
Feel me? So it was just different. Like, Brooklyn niggas, they just don't care, bro. Like, feel me? Like, they don't care, yo. Like, so it was just bad. Like, growing up, nigga, it was gunshots every other week. Something on the news about somebody dying in the Star every other week. Like, it was just crazy, you feel me? Like, I mean, sad to say, parts of Jersey City starting to get like that, you feel me? But like he said, you could go to parts of Jersey City where there's no drama at all, calm. You feel me? Shit calm. Like, you could just be outside and, feel me, relax, chill, you feel me? But then it's parts of Jersey City where you can't go outside because, you feel me, niggas just act crazy. Like, and it don't even be like a beef that you in. You could be a regular nigga. It could just be wrong place, wrong time type of shit, you feel me? So, I mean, obviously I'm older now, so it's not too much for me, you feel me? But like, when I go back to Brooklyn, I go back for like brunch, nightclub type shit, you feel me? Yeah, like a little vibe. Like, they trying to change it around a lot. because it's New York. You feel me? They don't want New York to have that type of name where, oh, you can't go to this part of New York because if you go here, you might get robbed. You feel me? So they trying to change it up a lot.
They want that shit.
Yeah, because you know New York's New York.
Yeah.
You go anywhere, as soon as you say you from, if you go out west, you say, yo, I'm from out east. First place they gonna say you from New York.
Right.
You go down south, yeah, I'm from up north. You from New York? That, you feel me? Don't nobody. I mean, everybody niggas know about Jersey. But the first place everybody think you from is New York. They think New York's the only state up north or out east. You feel me?
When
So
you say you from Jersey, they think you a sixth borough.
yeah, like Jersey. What part of New York that from?
Nah, we completely different.
I know y'all be trying to connect it, like the outside people, outside world, but it's like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Jersey is Jersey. New York, New York.
But
they got their boroughs, we got us.
yeah,
That's a fact.
it's,
and there's definitely a cultural difference.
Yeah,
like,
of
I'm from
course.
Jersey. I lived
course.
in you know, in Brooklyn before. Like, there's a cultural difference.
Of
We're so
course.
much calmer.
Hell
We're so
yeah.
much more like, life is not about to end tomorrow.
They be on edge over there.
Yeah.
Life about to end tomorrow for them.
you
So,
could tell you could tell a New Yorker easy.
So what's somebody that you could tell like from a different state? Like what's somebody that's like, say when you meet somebody, you can automatically tell they from this state. What state sticks out to you for that? Like I know Alabama when I hear it. I hear that hard, you know, southern accent. I'm like, oh, that's an Alabama or Louisiana voice.
Yeah, I think NOLA. Yeah, like NOLA is easy because obviously, you know, the accent, the way they dress is just, you know,
I would say
a little different.
Yeah, NOLA, Cali definitely.
What's the difference for Cali?
You could tell, bruh.
They just rougher?
Nah, like you said, you could tell by how they dress.
Clothing always. I think clothing always separates
Yeah.
people. Everybody dress different places. Like, you know, Jersey known for like back in the days at least. Summertime it was Forces, Air Maxes. Wintertime everybody is in the butters, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm at. Now you meet a nigga from down south or something, he might come down with the ACGs or he might, you know what I mean? He might pull something different on you. So I don't know. I think they dress differently, and then just mannerisms, bro. Like you said, we more calm.
Yeah, we way more calm.
Not saying that they all on edge, but just the way they talk aggressive or like whatever the case may be. I think you can kind of.
So segueing off of the clothing segment, what made you or how did you go about starting your own clothing line? Everybody wants to start a clothing line. Everybody talk about it, but you actually got a clothing line. Talk about your clothing line real quick.
So I've been doing some type of merch at least. So I used to make music. So when I was making music, I had my street team, which is OD, which I still go by OD Reek, but it stands for overly dedicated over everything, ODOE. And yeah, it started with just from the music scene. You know, you gotta promote yourself as a brand. So we used to just do hats. You know what I mean? I used to do different hats. In like 2013, we was doing hats, just producing different styles, different colors, dad hats, fitteds, all types of stuff. And then, you know, that was more of a team thing. Though we did that as a street team, so we all invested in that. But you know, when you invest in stuff with a team, everybody ain't always on the same page. You know, I just say that. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but you know, wasn't always on the same page. So when it started to kind of fall off a little bit, we just hit the reset.
It'd be like that.
Hit the reset, and then, you know, COVID happened. So like I said, we was doing hats like 2013, 14. Fell off for a little bit. You know, I was still making music, but no merch. And then COVID happened, and work life got real. You know how it was. Work life got real, and you know, we was getting them checks.
Sitting home playing the game.
And I thought it was a smart move to invest in myself, man. So I did it the right way. From learning from that past experience, I did it the right way. I went and got an LLC, put the money down on it, got all the documents behind it, you know what I mean? And then I promoted it. I'm self-owned, you know, just me, no team behind it, just me, you know what I mean? So on the paperwork, I own everything, you know what I mean? Right. So I just went about it, going about it the right way that time, the second time around, and I just wanted to give people a message through my clothes, you know what I mean? That's why I went with the name I went with. For L stands for long, for life, for love, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's about longevity, right? We don't want to just live for fucking couple months, couple years. No, we trying to, cause we got game and knowledge that we trying to pass off to the next generation, or if we got kids or little cousins, you know, we trying to guide the next generation. So longevity, and then like for life, obviously, everything I do got something to do with how my life gonna turn out in the future. You know what I mean? So everything happens for a reason. So I think, you know, the for life part is self-explanatory, and then, you know, for love, bro. Everything is love with me, bro. Right. I don't give off no bad vibes, man. I'm always trying to be positive. I don't like negativity, you know, because I've dealt with stuff like that before. You know, I'm a different man now. I've moved on from being any type of negative or aggressive. You know, I calm down a lot, and now that's my message to give to people. So that's how I started the brand. I'm just trying to put out a little bit of everything, you know, whether it's cargo pants, shorts, shirts, hoodies, sweatsuits, you know, hats. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything. I did socks before. I'm just trying to put out stuff that I wear, you know what I mean? Like, if I think it's dope and I think it got a message behind it and it could connect to some people, then I'm putting that thing out, you know? So that's how I started it. You know, we just actually celebrated the 4-year anniversary a couple of days ago. It was like 5 days ago. It was the 4-year anniversary, so just trying to keep this thing going, man. Keep the movement moving.
My boy, so Bones, I wanted to ask you, like, tell the audience something that they might not know about you, just to give a little bit of personal to the audience. You know what I'm saying? Give them the idea of what we about to do here. You know, we putting the whole morning spread out.
Something that niggas don't know about me.
Some niggas don't know about you. It could be something we know.
We know, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, something the audience you think they might not know about you.
Sheesh. I can't even think right now. Damn. Something that niggas don't know about me. I mean, niggas don't know a lot about me. That's the issue. Feel me?
Way to spit it.
Nah, for real though. Like, I mean, I'm a regular nigga, man. Like he said, man, I just want to give back, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, a lot of niggas think because I'm not talkative or, you feel me, like, I may not look like I'm approachable. Like, nigga, I'm always here. You feel me? Like, and y'all niggas know because, you feel me, y'all my mans. Like, I'm always here, bro. I'm always here to listen. I'm always here to give advice. You feel me? Like he said, I've been through shit in life. Right. You feel me? So it's like, why not give back to the youth or whatever the kid? You feel me? Anything that I've been through in life, if I see somebody going through it and I know it's not the right way to go about it, I gotta speak on it. You feel me? Like, and that's just me. That's just the way I was raised. Like, if you see something going on that you don't like or you don't agree with, even if the person might not want to hear you, just give them that little bit of knowledge. You feel me? Like, because at the end of the day, like, growing up, we ain't really have too much of that. You feel me? Like, we had to get it the hard way. We had to learn shit out on our own. You feel me? Like, we had those type of people in our lives who wanted to give back or talk back, but they wasn't around because they was doing something. Right. You feel me? So now, like, that I'm around, I'm still in the city, whatever the case may be, you feel me? Like, I grew up in Bayonne, I'm 5 minutes from Bayonne. Right. You feel me? So, like, nigga, you ever want to just ask me anything, bro? Like, I may not look like I'm approachable, bro, but you could talk to me about anything.
Gotta make sure that cycle don't repeat.
Yeah, because
I think back in the day, a lot of people was like, you know, our mentors was more like halfway in, halfway out, still kind of like halfway in the streets, but halfway getting their stuff together. I think we as this generation get older, I think we are a little more wise. Right. You know, we learn from that, and now we ain't halfway in, halfway out and giving that advice. We either all the way in and giving that advice from that perspective, or we all the way out and giving a positive outlook from that perspective, right? So I think it's, you know, that's the difference with the generations for real.
That's a fact. One thing about me, I think people don't, well, I don't know if people do. That's the interesting part about it is that I don't know if I look like it, but I definitely think of myself as an artist. From not even just like music-wise or just, you know, creativeness. I enjoy art. I enjoy putting things together. So from far away, you know, that's something people might not see about me, but I'm deep into the art shit. That's why I actually started this. I'm like, this is art too, you know? I wanted to take this and, like you said, we can create something for later on down the road, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into our first segment here on the morning spread, something that we actually talked about, we're a little excited about. This is Adulting 101. Adulting 101. So basically how this segment works is I put out a scenario and you let me know how you would have handled it as an adult, you know what I'm saying? And if the congregation believes that it's, you know, it's common sense logic on how you handled it, we're gonna agree with it. We're gonna give you a round of applause with that. But if not, we're gonna take shots at you because if you're doing some bullshit, we gotta call it out here. If you was in a situation where you were in charge, you were given the parent gave you consent to watch this child, right? So this is not your child. Is there a gray line, or what is your views on, I don't want to say physical, but disciplining children when they're in your care? So is there a gray line? If there is a gray line, what is that gray line when it comes to watch other people's kids?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Cause don't leave him with me. I'm hitting him. I'm letting you know now. We pop the kids out here. I ain't even gonna play with the Lord.
I ain't gonna lie to you. First of all, if I put my kids in your hands, that means that I trust you on a different level.
Okay, but would you say that for a teacher? Come on now.
Nah, listen. I'm talking about outside of school.
I'm talking about in general.
If a teacher put their hands on my kids, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel me?
So there's a gray line. So that's over the gray line.
Yeah.
We can agree. The congregation agree, but
I'm saying, like, if I put my kids in your hands, like you my mans or something, I trust you. You feel me? If my kid doing some bullshit, pop their ass. Pop their ass. You feel me? Because that's the same shit that they getting at home. Just because you're not at home don't mean that you going to go disrespect Uncle Ty, you going to go disrespect Uncle Reek. Nah, we not doing that. Right. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, nigga, you got to respect them how you respect me. You feel me? Like, because that's the thing nowadays. Like, people put their kids in people's hands, you feel me? And these kids be disrespectful as hell. They don't be disrespectful at home because you feel me? They got that respect for you at home, but at the end of the day, this is still an adult. You feel me? So you got to respect them how you respect me at home. I understand that's not your father, but nigga, this is your uncle. If I'm putting you in his hands, you best believe he got the authority to put his hands on you. Right. You feel me? And
okay, so what if it's a girl? So we going so
nah,
just the boys.
Nah. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, if it's my daughter,
you know the girls are worse than the boys are by far.
If it's my daughter, you could give her a little pop in the mouth, smack her hand. Don't whoop her ass. You feel me? Don't put my daughter.
So only I got consent.
Yeah. Don't put my daughter on your knee and beat her ass or some shit like. You feel? Don't do that. You feel me? But like I said, if
she went in Reek house and spilled over his grandmother urns and broke the vase. That's a warrant of an ass whooping.
Yeah, pop her ass. You feel me? Pop her ass.
I think it come down to like relationships.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a female in the house, let the female handle that. You feel me? Let the female pop her ass. I ain't gonna be mad if I come, daddy, they beat me because you did some bullshit. You shouldn't have did what you did. You feel me?
Do you feel like most people have that approach though? Or where does the disconnect happen?
The disconnect happen from the communication aspect of it, bro. Everything is a conversation regardless of what it is, right? So even like watching somebody's kid, it got to be a conversation. Hey, I'm not gonna just, all right, you taking off for the day. Nah, I'm gonna let you know, all right, yo, if I know my kid been acting up before I leave him with you, if I got work or I got something I got to handle, I'm gonna let you know, all right, yo, I'm going to work, but you know, today, make sure you on him. Put him, if I'm like, he been acting up in school, handle that. Uncle Ty, go handle that how you want to handle it. You know what I mean? Right. It's a conversation too, so understanding the conversation. And then, you know, I deal with this on a regular because I coach kids. So with me, I think it's like just understanding each parent is different. You know what I mean? Each parent got a different perspective on how they want to handle a situation with their kid. You know, with sports, it's a little easier for me because I don't have to necessarily put my hands on them. I could just put them through some real hard, tough work. Yeah, you know what I mean? Some bed crawls so you crying, some wall sits and all that, you know what I mean? So my punishment from a coaching standpoint come from a different place, you know what I mean? It ain't necessarily put my hands on, but just disciplining you so that you can learn to get some act right, you know what I mean? Teaching some act right. So yeah, relationships is a big part of it, and then communication, bro. Communication. Like if you leaving me with your kids, like parents tell me all the time, like if you know my kid acting up. His grades, he's slacking on his grades. All right, we gonna handle that, you know what I mean? Now, if he a real good kid, and when he with me, he handling his business, then, you know, he gonna get the regular workload, but, you know, it's all about relationships and all that stuff.
So we've lived in a generation now for, I would say about the last, 8 years where there's been a big change in the climate where we grew up on ass whoopings. This generation gets more of like discipline, punishment vibes. Like you literally can't hit kids the way you used to be able to hit kids. From the horror stories I've heard, parents was getting killed by their parents back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that no more. Do you think that is missing and that is necessary in the flow of life, or do you believe like you could really just raise kids on strictly communication? That physical, ass whoopings is actually not really necessary.
I mean, I'm gonna be real, right? So like with me, I'm gonna be real. Like I didn't really get what I'm gonna be 100% with you, right? Because I had an older brother that's 4.5 years older than me that he went through the ringer. He got all that, he got all that extra stuff. And when it came to me, I think my parents just took a different approach. You know what I mean? And they kind of leaned on my older brother to kind of be somebody to discipline me as well. So I didn't really get the beatings and all that, but if I was acting out to where my parents felt like I was getting too out of control, now it'd be a situation where, all right, your big brother gonna handle that. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
and you know how that thing go down. Now when it comes to getting hands put on you, it wasn't necessarily my parent, but big bro gonna move how big bro move. You know what I mean? So I think I don't think it's necessarily missing, right? Like hitting kids or just disciplining them that way. I think there's other ways to go about it, right? Because especially in this new generation, we in a big mental awareness state right now. Like everything is, he might have some type of mental shit that he can't get through, or he a kid, so mentally he might not be able to handle such and such situation. So learning how to talk to people mentally and get through their psyche sometimes give you all you need. You know what I mean? So I don't think you necessarily need that type of discipline. I don't think it's missing. I wouldn't say it's missing, but it definitely would help. Like I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily, but it all depends on how you view it.
I feel like this generation is a little bit more disrespectful than we was, though, and I feel like that comes from some people just don't know how to act when you ain't get punched in the face before. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't get. My mom used to punch us. Mm-hmm. I know ass, but moms, you used to really rock niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was a street person. Talking about 11, 12 years old. Once you get a little bigger, like, what are you playing with? So I feel like kids don't respect people no more because that fear of like the consequences of not having respect is gone. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Like you don't understand how real it can get because we got all these new rules in place to prevent like you from really getting what could be dealt to you even by somebody else that's out in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like you true shit. The other day I had to come out the car. Nigga done kicked my car. Nigga done kicked my car. He in the middle of the street with the bike. I'm like, nah, you gotta get ass with me. I ain't kicked nobody's ass in over 6-7 years. I had to do what I had to do though. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I feel like they do go hand in hand because a kid has to know consequences.
They definitely go hand in hand. I'm just saying I don't know if it's needed or if it's something that's missing, right? Like I said, I'm a perfect example of that. Like I ain't get beat, but I ain't turned out half bad. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? I might have gave my mom a lot of headaches, but at the same time, that love and the relationship grown as I got older. You know what I mean? So it's like. You grow up, bro. That's all it is. You know what I mean? You grow up and you wise up. Some people grow up faster than other people. Right. Some people be immature forever. You know what I mean? Sadly, but some people just don't know how to move like an adult or like a young adult.
Bones, you beat ass? No diddy? You bring the belt out? When the last time you seen somebody bring a belt out? That shit don't even happen.
Nah, you know what it is? Like, I feel like we was just raised different. You feel me? Like even if you wasn't a kid that got beat, I just feel like you just had a sense of respect. You feel me? Like I feel like the kids don't got that nowadays. Like
they ain't scared enough.
And I mean I wouldn't even say that it's even being scared though. You feel me? Because like to be honest, mommy stopped beating me once I got eye level. I was like 11, 12. You feel me? Mommy's short. So once I hit like 11, 12, nigga, when you hit 12 years old, especially as a boy, you still That's when you really start trying shit. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
like you really think like,
You getting bold?
yeah, that's when you really start getting to that stage where you like, nigga, you feel me? I'm about to be a teenager. You feel me? Yeah, you start talking back. You feel me? But
you
like,
start thinking you got the world.
Yeah, but like, nigga, even when I hit that age, like, you feel me? And it wasn't even like because I knew that she used to beat me growing up or whatever case. You feel me? It's just I just had that sense of respect for my mother, or that sense of respect for anybody older than me. You feel me? Like, and it wasn't even on some shit like I'm scared that you gonna call my moms or whatever the case may be. It was just like I said, I just feel like we was raised different, bro. Like, you feel me? And even if you didn't get beat at home, nigga, you in the crib disrespected Mom Dukes in front of the gang gonna take care of that when you get outside. You feel me? Like, nah, my nigga, we gotta put hands on you. You can't talk to mommy like that. You feel me? So nowadays, I just feel like they don't have that. You feel me? Like,
speaking of things like missing, right? Like you were saying, do you think that's missing? What might be missing is like when we was growing up too, you know, they'll ship you away.
Yeah.
You used to have to fear that too. Like, I'm sending your ass to military school or boarding school, son. They ain't gonna have no family around. You're gonna be stuck having to obey to this dude orders, kind of not saying like a prison feel, but kind of like you not moving on your own time no more. You know, like shit like that might be what's missing. Like different programs. Like when the last time you heard somebody shipping their son away or something like that?
I don't even know where you send them niggas to.
You know what I mean? It's like, that might be what's missing. You know what I mean? So.
Well, we want you to weigh in. Let us know what is acceptable when watching somebody else's kids. Do you beat them if they're a boy, if they're a girl? Do you handle them differently? Let us know in the comments. We'll be right back after this break. We gotta bring out the Spanish people for the 4L brand, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we do, man.
Yo, what you got in the archive? The merchandise.
Espanol, man.
Española Noel.
Hey, I told like before, I got everything, man. Anything you wear, anything
if you need beanies, t-shirts, pants, shorts, all that. Long sleeves,
cargo pants
in the spring.
Convertible cargo pants,
you got the pants for when it get cold at night, and if it's a little warm, you can cut them.
You know what I mean? Just unzip them things, you know what I mean?
You say you can't wear beanies all year round. Stop it. We got the shorts on deck. You gotta tap in. 4L is where it's at. He got everything you need. Bad bunny bars.
Big 4L.
I ain't gonna hold you. That motherfucker comfortable too.
You know,
y'all better get on it.
Official sponsor for the morning spread. This is the uni.
Y'all better get on it.
It's only right. It's the morning spread, y'all.
Yes, sir. Like an indictment, man.
You know which one I still ain't wear? I still ain't wear that orange shit yet. The orange one that I got with the big heart on it?
Yeah, big heart series, man.
I got the fit for it. I just ain't go out yet. I'm gonna throw that bitch on now.
Orange though? I can't.
Nah.
So the big heart series was like one of my summer collections. So all the colors is like an orange. I got like a gold yellow. I got a white, and I got like a forest green.
I'm a nigga that always want to be in like the alley in the dark clothes. The dark alley.
Half the time you see me, I got black on, bro.
Yeah, that's me.
You know what I mean? I might drop all these colors, but I still stick to my.
Yeah,
there's a uniform, bro. If it ain't black, it's like.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just got the colors for the summer.
Yeah,
other than that, nigga, I'm always in black, white, gray. Yeah, regular shit. Summertime though, you gotta pop every once in a while. You feel me?
You got throwing the orange shorts.
Yeah, feel me?
With the neons, man.
Speaking of orange and neon, this nigga Trump, man.
Orange and neon.
Yeah. This nigga Trump crazy, cause you know, I think people are really disappointed about like what's going on in the country and shit based off of like what they thought he was gonna do because of COVID. Like, you know, he was blessed. Listen, he was blessed to be COVID.
Hey,
I'd have voted for him again.
I'm only gonna say this one time. I'm gonna say this one time. You never gonna catch me on record saying this again. But shout out to Trump for that COVID. He the reason why we got the 4L brand, man. He the reason why we got the 4L.
So, I think people are looking back and feeling like they made a silly mistake. It ain't life ending, you know. Life gonna go on and shit like that. But can you remember a situation where you made like a crazy mistake or an accident you actually did that you didn't mean to? And how did you resolve it? Like, for example, one time I remember me and Bones, so we was working back in the day, cause you know how it is. We get into, we gotta pay the bills. But we took a trip to PA, and even before that, let's go back even before that, cause this is some backstory. Hold on, we need the whole congregation to come to the front. So I got kicked out of my crib. Mom did this bullshit. I'm living by myself. Mom's isn't living there at the time, but she did some bullshit. We got kicked out of the crib. So I was running with this cat before me named A-Rab for a little while.
Shout out Rab, bro.
Shout out Rab. That's a real solid dude right there. He had a crib with his roommates, but his roommates had just moved out, so it was good timing. So he opened up his crib to niggas. I had a car, but Mom Dukes again fucked that up. So I lost the car. So now bro let me use his crib and his car. Real nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? So I had to make a play in PA. So, you know, me and Bones, we go out to PA, we do what we do, and we ain't sleep. We probably slept 4 or 5 hours. Bro.
If that.
We was up all night we got back on the road first thing in the morning. And I don't know if you've been to PA, bro, but they don't got regular fire hydrants. Like we got fire hydrants. You know, we got the big red shit that you can physically see.
You see that.
You know, so in PA, they got the fire hydrant about this high. And it's got like a little you wouldn't even notice it, right? If you saw it. So I'm on the highway, I'm watching the GPS, we make the wrong turn. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta get back on. So I get off on the exit and I bust the Huey. As I'm busting the Huey, this is a 5 Series BMW, you feel what I'm saying? So
silver joint at that.
So wait. So as I'm busting the Huey, I'm turning left. All you see is doom. Nigga, me and Bones go, what the fuck? So we get out. We see the fire hydrant. We like, damn.
Nigga that backed into
We looked at the car. It's like, damn. You feel what I'm saying? Little red piece, you know, the light being covered.
Yeah.
Shit gone. Fucking, the car is noticeably damaged. We can still drive, but it's noticeably damaged. So the whole next hour and 45 minutes, I'm talking to this nigga like, what the fuck we about to tell this nigga, bro?
So we got a couple of songs, man.
So we get home that night, he not there yet. So I come up with the bright idea of just being like, just pretend like somebody drove by and hit his shit, parked, and his shit got parked.
Right, you don't know nowhere.
So we parked the car, he come home that night, he like, let me get the keys. I'm like, what's good? I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? How was your day? You know, we do all the small talk, you go outside. So mind you, before he went outside, I had collected the little pieces of the glass and the red thing, and I do it at the street. So it could look like,
you got to paint the scene.
I got shout out to painting the scene. So I threw it in the ground, make it look like it was good. You feel me? Come outside, Bones almost fucked it up. Bones on the porch. So I can come outside, he like, yo, what happened to knock on the door? What happened to your car? So I get outside.
I'm trying to be so serious and not laugh, bro. But
I get outside.
Too funny, bro.
I get outside and I look. I was like, oh shit! They got you, cut. What happened?
Yo, bro.
He's like, no, what happened, bro? I'm like, yeah, bro, what happened?
Yeah, we on the same.
I'm like, look, the little piece of glass. Like, little piece of glass right here. They must have hit your shit, bro. He found. I told him like 3 weeks later what happened. You feel me? He's like, I already knew, but.
I already knew. That's all good.
You feel me? Shout out to a real nigga again.
That's definitely real
but
shit.
To compound that, so after I done fucked my boy car up, hey man, we 19, 20. We know what we doing in the crib. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of activity on a regular day basis. About 50 people upstairs.
Yeah, niggas was wilding in that crib, I ain't gonna lie.
My boy loses his crib 2 months later. Niggas violated my boy crib and his car, bro. And he still was a real nigga to this day. That's the one.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to that.
Shout out to my nigga Rab, man.
Real nigga to the. I
don't know you, but you a real nigga.
I'd have cut both guys. So I ain't gonna go. The car in the crib?
That's really real shit though. Like
car in the crib?
Yeah.
So have you ever made a mistake? It don't even gotta be to a friend or anything, but a mistake that you was like, damn, I wish I didn't do that. Yeah. It don't gotta be a regret, cause it ain't that deep. You feel me? I ain't regret crashing this shit. That was, to this day, that's one of the funniest stories I have in my archive.
Yeah, you
like,
can still pull out.
I can pull out and execute it every time. You feel what I'm saying? But have you made a mistake, or have you made a mistake where you was like, damn, I wish I didn't do that one. That one, I don't think I'm gonna forget this one.
I made a mistake. A lot of my stuff revert back to sports. Obviously, I'm still in it, so whatever. But this a story that I tell my high school guys right now. It's like, I'm a realist at the end of the day, bro. The mistake that I made was when I was going through my college acceptance. When I was going through that whole situation and everything. My man that I played ball with, he from Jersey City, shout out to my guy Jay Hayes, man. He hit me one day, he was like, yo, I just got accepted to Wesleyan College to play ball. So I'm like, all right. It's my man. He came to Hoboken as a freshman, so me and him grew a bond over 4 years, whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna apply. I'm trying to go, you know what I mean, go with my man's on, play ball with my man's another couple years. So I can get to doing my application and all that, going through the process. I applied to Wesley. He got accepted to Wesleyan. I'm thinking he said Wesley. So I'm like, I do the act now. I'm thinking I'm fly, bro. Do the act and I get accepted. I'm like, oh, I'm about to be with you, bro. So now the visit days come and everything. I go take a visit with one of my cousins. He ended up going out there with me. I ended up going to school there, bro. You know what I mean? But for me, I wanted to get out of Jersey. Dad, I was 17 when I went to college. I ain't had no guidance, bro. Like college, like from my parents and nothing like that. I was just moving. I was like, I just want to go to school out of state. I gotta get out of here. You know, that was my way of thinking. I was like, I just gotta get out of Jersey, hit a reset, restart, and be fresh. You know what I mean? Biggest mistake I made, bro. Going to the first school that accepted me that was out of state. That was the dumbest shit ever. Like, you still, like, with that process, bro, you really gotta go take these visits to these different schools.
How many schools did you apply to a total? Just one?
Nah, I applied to maybe like 12 schools. Like, I applied to like Norfolk State, all that. I wanted to go to like Virginia. I got family out in Virginia. So I really wanted to go somewhere in like Virginia, but I just want to get out of the state, bro. So when I see that acceptance, you know, they was giving me grants and all that. It was looking good. I got my grandmother and my parents on board. I was just like, nah, like I'm out, bro. Got out there and ain't paying out how I wanted to, but at the same time, it's because I was in my head in the mentality of I just want to be out of Jersey.
Right.
I wasn't breaking down the scenario from a serious like grown up standpoint. I was looking at it still as a 17-year-old kid, like, I'm out of state. I ain't got to worry about mom on my back, nobody on my back. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna get what I gotta get done. Obviously, I ain't get it done and ended up back here. But that right there is one of them mistakes where that shit could. I mean, it could affect you in the long run. But luckily, you know, life panned out good for me, and I'm doing some positive things. But in that time frame, bro, that was a big ass mistake, bro. Because grandma was funding for me to go to school, bro. All I did was basically waste her bread, right? You know, put her in a little bit of a hole. And you know, that's the last person anybody ever wanted to do dirty, feel like you doing grandma dirty. So I think that was a big, like real life mistake that kind of, you know, fought me back a little bit. So I would say that was a big mistake for me.
Shout out grandma.
For sure. Shout out grandma.
Real niggas.
Grandma still hold it down to this day, man.
What's up, Cuddy? What we doing?
Biggest mistake?
Not big. It's just something that you was like. Something you like, damn, I should have did that.
I ain't gonna lie. I think go to Bayonne High School.
Nah,
like all reality. So like, you know, like growing up, you feel me? You went to grammar school in Bayonne. You know, you got basketball. We don't got all the shit that they had now, but you had the little basketball shit. Then you had the little track joint at the end of the year. So me, nigga, 8th grade year, you know, 8th grade, yo, give a fuck. I'm trying to get out of school as much as possible. Feel me? So these niggas tell me, yo, we got the track meet at the end of the year, you feel me? My 7th grade year, I made it, but I did some bullshit, so I couldn't actually, like, run in the track meet. I was allowed to go, but they told me I couldn't, like, participate or whatever. So my 8th grade year, I'm like, nah, I gotta participate in this shit, you feel me? 8th grade year, I came in second out of everybody in Bayonne. I came in second, and fucking Maris was there. Me, nigga, I'm thinking, nigga, I don't want to run track. I don't want to wear them tight ass. You feel me?
Little ass compressions.
Yeah, I don't want to wear the tight ass compressions and shit.
Is
They
this
say
heavier?
Yeah, nah, they say it makes you lighter.
Lighter.
Yeah, so the less amount of clothes you have on, yeah, it's easier for you to run.
This weighs 2 pounds.
So literally, but
They want you to wear 1.2.
Maris there, nigga, I come in second. You feel me? These niggas approach me, yo, listen, come to Maris, track scholarship. You feel me? Like, you know, you can't get a scholarship. At that time, we couldn't get like a scholarship in high school. But you feel me? Yeah, we gonna help you out. You come to school, da 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 da. You feel me? I had good grades going into high school. You feel me? So I could have got a nice little academic scholarship, which they were allowed to give me. I just wasn't allowed to get the sports one. You feel me? But they told me like, yo, you come to Maris, you don't gotta pay for nothing, da 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 da. You feel me? The only thing is, you would just have to run track. Nigga, me, I'm thinking like, nigga, I just did this shit to get out of school. Like, I don't really want to do track. You feel me? I'm a basketball player, nigga. I want to play basketball. You feel me? Yeah, feel me? So they give me a whole bunch of shit. They start sending shit to my crib. Mommy like, yo, you should look into it. You feel me? I'm like, Mom, I'm a basketball player. Mom, I don't want to run track. You feel me? I'm not going to Maris. If I can't go to Maris and play basketball, I don't want to go to Maris. You feel me? Fucking go to Bayonne. Only played basketball my freshman year. I mean, we won counties, but I ain't really fuck with the coach, so never played after that. Then going into my senior year, this nigga at Snyder, feel me? And me and this nigga literally the same way now. That's how we was back then. You feel me? So this nigga like, yo, just come to one of our summer practices. You feel me? It's basically like an open gym. Mm-hmm. So nigga, we in there rocking, getting to it. You feel me? The whole basketball team. This nigga tell me the next day, yo, Coach Gibbs said, come to Snyder. You feel me? Nigga, I got it set up. Brother live right down the block. I can use the nigga address, everything. I got it set up.
I use the address.
Like, I got this shit set up perfectly for me to go to Snyder. I'm thinking about this shit all summer. Nigga, should I go to Snyder, nigga? Like, feel me? Like, yeah, like senior year, I'm at Snyder with my
I will say it is a big, if it wasn't for me, it's a huge drop.
Oh, no, hell yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's like
nah, yeah.
completely different worlds going to Bayonne versus
That's
Snyder.
even like with football. One of my mans was a Hoboken player and then ended up at Snyder.
So I'm like, yo, should I go to Snyder senior year? I get the hoop. Feel me? I get the hoop with my right hand mans. Like, a lot of motherfuckers don't get to do that. You feel me? Even if it's just for this year, like, I get the hoop with my right hand mans. We on, you feel me? We can take the bus ride together, bullshit. You feel me? Just on it. Nigga, I ain't go to Snyder because of a bitch.
Ah, man.
Because of a bitch, bruh. And to this day, I always say to myself, nigga, I should have never went to Bayonne High School to start with.
Yeah, that's rough.
Feel me? Just to start with, like, and then, nigga, I could have escaped it twice, nigga, and stayed. You feel me? Like, so that's definitely a regret. Like,
they was out there tampering with my boy, by the way. little tampering here and there.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that? Let us know, coach.
You can't do that. You can't do that, man. You can't be doing it.
Go find that parent. Do it the right way. Get these kids, get the kids the funding, get them scholarships, go to the parents.
School, man.
Speaking of sports, though, we can stay in that world because, like, we got the playoffs coming up. You know, we got two Laker fans and we got a LeBron hater. Shout out to the LeBron hater.
I ain't gonna lie, I hated LeBron.
Until he joined the
purple and gold, man.
Shout out to
I don't hate LeBron, bro.
See, he ain't gonna say, yeah, I hated LeBron. I'll be real with y'all. Same way I hated Tom Brady, I hated LeBron.
So, but you got the Lakers realistically, or are you going with your heart that they're gonna win this year?
Nah, I ain't gonna say I'm going. I'm gonna be biased and say yeah.
But realistically,
So realistically, bro, is
who you got? You can't say it. You're not. Your heart is not gonna let you say it.
He talking about that green team from the East.
I think they're going to win.
He talking about that green team.
Why are they so good? It's just their team is elite.
They just understand
and
the
they've been
sign.
together for a nice little minute. They put the right young pieces. You know what I mean? Like Tatum and Brown is like the old heads, man. bro. Like, come on, man. And they was together rocking, and, you know. So it was like, I don't know. The chemistry is everything, bro. The chemistry is crazy, and then I don't know. I think the Celtics find a new energy when the playoffs come, bro. The energy just be different. The defense rev up. The shots falling on a more frequent base, bro.
Do you see anybody beating them in the East, or just a cakewalk straight to the finals?
Cakewalk.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's a cakewalk.
Maybe
I think the what's the name might give him a little.
They just cleared Dame.
I think what's the name might give him a little. Yeah, I think the Cavs
I wanted
might
to
give
say
him
the Cavs
a little
give him a
headache.
but I don't think so.
But I just don't know because I don't know how Evan Mobley and them going to pan out.
That's what I'm saying. The Cavs be too inconsistent.
Because you know what's the name going to do what he do. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell going to do what he do.
Garland consistent.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, how much you gonna give me?
The pieces that they got around Donovan Mitchell, it's like, can they, you feel me, give you what you need to beat the Celtics? But I don't see nobody beating
I say it's a
them,
cakewalk because of fucking Drew Holiday, man.
Yeah.
Be real with you, like that's the X factor, bro.
Yeah, because they don't need
He
him to do
guard,
anything
bro.
but guard. Literally.
And if you need him to give you 5, like you need a bad 5, he can get you that.
He can get you
He can get you
Oh,
10.
weird.
He'll get you
That's the thing.
You don't have to though. That's the best part.
That's the thing that I told niggas last year though. They have like that whole Derek White start, right? So that whole starting 5, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis, all 5 of them niggas can give you 30.
And they all got playoff experience.
Feel me? So like it's just hard. Like if you stop Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown can go off. If you stop Jaylen Brown, nigga, Derek White's liable to hit 6-7 threes.
Feel
Feel me? And then you got Al Horford coming off
one
the
or 2
bench.
games of series, but he just going dummy, not missing.
Feel
at all.
me? Then you got, like you said, you got the fucking Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench, and you don't even need him to score. He just out there to play defense, but he could give you 15.
Hey, you think about all the teams,
Feel me?
not
So-
all the teams, but most of the teams that win championships in the NBA, bro, they always got at least one, like, pure defender, right? Like a Drew Holiday that can still facilitate and do other things. Then you always got two big time scorers, bro. Like, and they rebound.
Yeah.
They play defense, they rebound, and
So what
they
about
can
the
score
West
the
then?
ball.
Because it looks like the East is locked up. We get sensitive on Boston. Do you like anybody particular in the West? The West wide open.
Yeah, the West is
Yeah, the West is tough. The West is tough.
If
I mean, me
you have to bet $100 right now.
I
got
feel like-
$300. Who you putting it on for the West?
I feel like
I'm biased.
if they can get it together, I would say the Nuggets, but I don't
have
know.
no faith in
I don't have faith in the Nuggets this
I have
year.
no faith in the
I like. Obviously, I like the Lakers biased. I also like. I like the Warriors too, bro. Like since getting Jimmy Butler, the record don't lie, bro. Since
Playoff
getting
Jimmy,
Butler,
nigga.
since getting Jimmy Butler, they can kick it.
Playoff Jimmy.
You got a glimpse of playoff Jimmy already, and then
Nigga had 38 the other
That
night.
play, he went crazy.
I feel like the recipe for them is going to be you just got to take out one of them. Because they both go
Nah,
off.
all right, but look,
But that's the thing.
But look, you say that.
How many Western teams is defensively sound enough to get rid of?
I think the Lakers big enough. They
No,
don't have to be,
yeah,
they
alright,
don't
look,
have to be dynamic.
but
They're
you
not-
say that,
they're big
you
enough.
say that, but this fucking white boy been snapping. Brandon Potazinski, whatever the fuck he is.
It's only snapping because you don't know who he is.
But that's
he's
what
doing
you
this-
need,
he's doing
though.
less than what Austin Reeves.
But that's what you need though.
You know what I'm saying?
You need that one nigga on the team that nobody's worried about, and he's that person. Cause you think about it, you have Jimmy now. Jimmy's the name. He done made himself as a playoff basketball player. He's solidified himself as when the playoffs come, I'm turning into a different level. You feel me? So you got Jimmy that you gotta worry about, regardless of the fact. And you have, no matter how old the nigga Steph gets, you have to worry about Steph.
Hey, and I'm a Michigan State fan, so we ain't gonna leave Draymond out of it.
You feel me?
That nigga been hitting open corner
Like,
threes this year.
bro,
That
like,
he ain't been making the last.
and then, niggas forget about what's the name.
Clippers, bro.
Niggas forget about Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill could give you 30. He can. Don't act like
He
he
can,
can't.
but he is hella.
So
He
we're not-
is.
So we don't like OKC Thunder at all. Nobody's going.
They too young, bro.
I like them in the regular season. I like watching
They
them.
too young.
I can watch them all day. Same shit with the Rockets. Like, I can watch the Rockets all day. It's just a matter of
So it's a 3-man race.
they
between the
young
Nuggets.
and the experience in the West from a playoff standpoint.
You need
in
that.
their favor at all.
You need that.
So it's between the Nuggets, Clippers, Lakers, Golden State.
That's what I would say. Absolutely. And I wouldn't even say
I wouldn't even say the Clippers. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I ain't gonna hold you. Clippers look good.
They do look
They
good.
do, but-
why getting back to that?
All right, but if that's what we banking on, I'm not banking on
No, I agree.
Kawhi, bro.
That's in the same.
I'm not
You
banking
can't
on
bank
Kawhi, bro.
You gotta go off what you're saying.
Feel
That
me?
nigga always blow a tire.
Literally.
Somewhere.
That nigga
He
also-
gonna call AAA eventually.
Feel me? Like-
he also carried Toronto when he had to.
Yeah, but that was a healthy Kawhi.
One time too.
Feel me? Like I can't bank on Kawhi just for the simple fact that when they need him the most, he's always hurt. That's why, like, not taking nothing away from him because
And
the
he got
nigga's a
Denver
dog.
first round, so one of them two is going. One of the two out of the 4, one of them gotta go for sure in the first
I
round.
don't know. I like the Clippers.
I mean,
I like Zubac.
healthy?
I like the guys Zubac.
if Kawhi can stay healthy, I can see them making the Western Conference Finals 100%. Because you got to worry about Kawhi, you got to worry about James Harden. Those is two niggas that's gonna get you a bucket regardless.
And they got the ultimate role player with what's his dude's name?
Norman Powell, you feel me? You got to worry about a lot of niggas on their team.
Norman Powell's a bucket.
But if Kawhi can't stay healthy, bro, it's just gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same shit that's been going on for the past couple of years.
Hey man, y'all be hearing what Uncle Shay say, man. OKC, KFC, all that is, man. Lakers in 5, man.
So speaking of Lakers, you know, they're very popular in 2K. And when you think about players in 2K, everybody always talks about players that they enjoy playing with. You know, you got the Jaws, the Currys, the fucking Giannis, big in the game. What's a player in 2K that you like, I hate playing with this nigga, or I would never play with this nigga currently? And then we're going to look past tense. Like,
Is it from like a user standpoint?
user
Like, I'm
standpoint,
using him, or is
like,
he the
yeah, we
computer?
play an all-star team up.
Are
and
we playing
picked the
my
team.
career, or are we playing
Nah, we picked-
Dynasty or
We
something?
picked all-star team up, and we picked a team that's not a classic team. So you got 1 through 5, and you got to pick this group, and we doing 3-on-3s, and you got to be stuck with this person. Who's the person that you just like? I don't understand how they're nice in real life because of 2K. They're horrible.
Yeah, that's tough. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the way 2K set up now, nigga, if you nice in real life, you're a demigod on the game, bro. So
That is, man.
like that shit is hard, bro. A nigga that's nice in real life.
That's Dookie in 2K. Like, let me say, I don't like none of the big men in 2K. I hate playing with any of the big men.
That's the easiest shit to play
Yeah,
with.
them shits is annoying, bro. Them shits is, if you can't shoot in that game, they really hard. Man. All time though, I hated any time I had to play with Andrew Bargnani or Karolinko.
Nah, you bugging, nigga.
Karolinko was a bucket.
dog,
I
nigga.
hated Karolinko.
Nigga, give me AK-47, nigga.
That
You
white boy,
bugging,
I
nigga.
Tayshaun Prince from Russia.
Oh man,
That nigga-
Tayshaun Prince.
That nigga
Who was
Tayshaun
bad
Prince.
to play with?
Zebo. I hated playing with
Yeah,
Zebo.
Zebo's.
What
Nah,
was
Zebo.
What was my man name? He was Bynum.
Andrew Bynum?
No.
Oh, Will Bynum.
When he was on, he played
Yeah.
with the Pistons and had to use Will Bynum, bro.
Yeah. He
Give
was
me
too
any
good.
other guard.
What
He was
2K
too
had the
small.
best 2K?
Fuck, well, damn.
I ain't gonna hold you. The one with Kevin Garnett is still a classic. What's that, 09?
Yeah, I would say that like the older, like when they first really started getting into the night career.
Which one was the one that had?
The 3 of them on it? Blake,
Yeah.
Nah. D-Rose, and
Was that Blake D. Rose? Was it
yeah,
KD?
AD. Nah, it's
KD.
AD.
Was it?
I think it was
KD
80.
on OKC. No.
Which one had KD on OKC? I can't
One of
remember.
them. One of them had KD.
Yeah, when he was on OKC, that might be the best one, bro. I can't remember what year that was. That shit was crazy.
Which one was the
yo.
one we talked about the other day? Or Jeremy Lamb on it? That
Oh,
was
man,
2K14.
That
Jeremy
nigga was
Lamb
a
was a
bucket
bucket.
getter.
He's so bad in real life, though.
But he was a fucking
bucket.
bucket getter on
Marshawn
2K.
Brooks was a bucket in 2K. Who else?
Lance Stevenson was a bucket in
Lance
real life,
Stevenson.
not in 2K.
Jamal Crawford, every 2K.
Yeah, Demon.
And he had the best handles in the world.
Demon.
Like,
JJ Redick was ass in 2K. He could shoot though, but that nigga was cheeks. He couldn't.
he
do
wasn't
nothing.
Ray Allen.
Damn. So who the worst player to play with right now?
Right now, the worst player to play with, I would say.
Well, let's keep it at the stars. The worst star to play with, because there's other players in 2K.
Man, what's my man name from the Knicks?
Brunson?
No, the
Cat?
no, the power forward.
Carl Anthony Towns?
Nah,
No,
he
the
talking
other
about
dude, the other dude
Mitch
that came
Robinson?
from Toronto. He came from Toronto. Where he came from? Francis Achua.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh man.
yeah,
Please.
he's
Not for nothing, you know, in my career, when you play the games with, what's his name, Brinkley, the trainer dude, whatever his name is,
Right.
and you gotta play with that dude on
Yeah,
the
he is
team,
dude, nigga.
you
He is
can't be a
terrible.
guard, you can roll with him.
He's
He's gonna make the
terrible.
wrong decision.
Nigga don't catch wide open oops, don't
Like,
make
word,
layups.
he-
That nigga don't do nothing.
He
boy.
get you a rebound. That's about it. Play a little defense, but yeah, he's bad. He's bad in the game.
Nah, yeah, but the stars on 2K though, they
All
just
of them bucket.
all of them niggas you could get to.
All
Man.
them niggas a bucket. Buddy
He's-
Hill. Buddy Hill. If you know how to use him, he good. If not, you assed out.
Well, it's been fun, folks. It's the morning spread with Beloved. We got 4LRL. That guy that looks like him, don't forget it. That's going.
Not him.
Him is
We'll
crazy.
be back next time. Make sure you check in, like, subscribe, share all the content. We appreciate everything. Check in with 4L Round. We got that merch for you.
Hey,
We
man.
got a collab coming.
The 4lbrand.com.
Get to it, man.
Just so y'all know, 50% off all orders right now.
Till next time.